6 years that I've been at Simi Valley, I don't think we've had a 3-week span like we just did. It was a little over 3 weeks ago that in the middle of the night, I received a phone call from Mrs. Baker. Bart had passed away. And Mrs. Baker, an icon at our school, was to miss the next 3 weeks. And in that 3 weeks, Mrs. Romero moved from room to room, working hours that she's not usually working and missing on several breaks that she was due and still is. Parents filled in wonderfully and admirably, coming in and helping out in the classroom with students who are wondering, where's their teacher? At any given time in a school, teachers have strains, troubles. They don't let anybody know. They come in, they do their job dutifully. And so you can imagine that how missing a teacher for 3 weeks can wear on a school. And so for that reason, when Mrs. Baker returned on this week, I let our parents know that we would not be requiring them to come in and play handbells and try to get the students ready in a few days because the school had been thrown into a bit of a windstorm. But we weathered it, and we weathered it due to many different reasons. But the number one reason is because of the center of our school, Jesus Christ. And so as I was thinking this morning about what we could do for this, and the other day, I thought about the lesson of the seeds and the mustard seed. I thought, maybe it's time that this amazing church, who has done so much to prevent the dream from dying, and I'm sure it's not the only time that school endured tough times over the past 60 years. But I thought maybe today you might actually like to see the fruit and meet them, because we can bring the students up and they sing beautifully and they do handbells, and really the students are amazing with the things they're able to do. But I thought today, I asked a few of my students if they'd come up and just very shortly let you hear what you've done. Really what you've done. Because what you've done is not just give money so that a school can be opened, but what you've done has affected people's lives. So I was wondering if, Jesse, if you'd start us out. Yeah, you. This is Jessie Rangel. You guys all know her. Okay. Well, you get more applause than I do. That's good. Jessie's an 8th grader. One of 10 we are graduating this year. But Jessie, I wanted them to meet you guys individually and let them hear directly from the leaf on the tree itself the effect of what the school has done for you and what it's meant to be able to go to Simi Valley Adventist School.
Well, this school has not only changed me academically, but I have learned to think before I speak, and I've learned to have a closer connection with God. Even when bad things happen, I learn that God is always by my side, and for that I'm super grateful.
And looking out, knowing that these people sacrifice every week, every month, to help put money in the school, what do you want to say to them?
Without your help, the school probably would have shut down a long time ago, and I don't know what I would have done without this school, because the school has really shaped who I am today, and I would like to say thank you to everyone who's helped.
Thank you, Jessie. If it's just one student, is it worth it? Audrey? Audrey came to us a few years ago, the Albritons, and they've been a blessing to our school, by the way. Every year I pray for more students, and I say, Lord, please bring us students. And it's amazing how God not only brings us students, but families who affect us in a positive way. So real quickly, before Audrey says anything, Marlo was right back here. I know, she's like, what are you doing? Marlo, raise your hand. You don't have to stand. But Marlo is one of our moms that we turn to for so many things. And she has affected us in such a positive manner in our school. And so by keeping this school moving forward and allowing it to grow and the money you put in, you not only affect students' lives, but you affect families' lives. And this has allowed families to come in and help us grow and make us better. So this is Audrey. She's also in 8th grade. You know Gavin. Is Gavin up there? Gavin's there. He's a graduate. He's waving. But I asked Audrey if she would also kind of share real quickly what the school has meant to her and how it's had an effect on her life.
Well, it's really great to just be in a community with other kids, and you're just surrounded by people who love Jesus. And that's really nice.
And Audrey, do you remember the day I met you in, what was it, 5th or 4th grade?
5th grade.
5th grade. And the fact that she's standing here, the way she's standing here now, do you guys remember Audrey when she first came? Yeah. Audrey, we're really proud of you. What have you specifically learned about God that has made a difference in your life?
I guess, well, like Jesse said, he's always with me, and he's carrying me every step of the way.
And to these people, what would you like to say for all the work they do to keep the school open?
The biggest thing I can do is say thank you. I don't think, that's the biggest thing that I could do.
Okay, thank you, Audrey. And I've got one more, and she's not an 8th grader, but she's a 7th grader. So Nisi, if you would come forward. And there are others too here. There's Andy, I believe, is up there also, and Bryant. Former graduates, Alicia, Christy. If you attended Simi Valley, I haven't mentioned your name, could you raise, Taffy. There's Taffy. Anybody else? Who graduated from an Adventist elementary school? Anybody? Raise your hand. Yeah, look around. I did. Hillcrest Elementary. Started in 1963. Raised, and I remember the day they burned the debt in front of the church to show that the school was paid for. Right? So this is Nisi, and everybody knows Nisi, right? Nisi's a 7th grader and becoming one of our stalwart leaders on campus. She actually is in charge of attendance at school. She goes around and does attendance. Nisi, what would you like to say to the people here today about what Simi Valley Adventist Elementary School has meant to you?
It has completely changed my life. When I first decided to take my decision to get baptized, I just had a lot of people who cared about me and helped me through the way of baptism, and it just made my life 100 times better. Just to have people who also love God and just care about you. You just have a lot of loving people around you.
And to these people who pay money every month to make sure the school lives, what do you want to say?
We probably wouldn't be here. It's just a huge thing that we have the school. It's amazing that we have it. I was one of the few people who was here when it was going to happen.
Thank you, Nisi. Better than a music number, huh? And I want you to know that every student could come up and do the same. Without what you do, and what you do is amazing, these lives have been changed. As I tell my students, if it weren't for Jesus Christ, there'd be no purpose for our school. There are a lot of good private schools out there. There are. But someday in heaven, there will be quite a reunion at the Simi Valley Adventist Elementary School. Will you be there with me? Thank you so much for all you do. This is our gift to you. Thank you.